Books are essential to help us get the knowledge that we need to level up in our money and in our mindset. And today I am going to go into my best books on money and mindset. Okay, these are like my top faves, what I have read currently and what I have in the toolbox, honey. I will be going into just a brief synopsis on what each book is, but the most importantly, how we can apply that to our lives, how to level up our money, our mindset, and grow our wealth. If you are new here, okay, this is Wewealth Women. I am Athena Gardner, CPA and women's wealth coach and founder of Wewealth Women, where we help women confidently manage their finances and create the wealth that they deserve. Okay, because every woman deserves to be wealthy. So listen up, whether you're watching this on our YouTube or listening to it on our podcast, which we appreciate. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, and leave us a review, honey. Now we are going to get right into All right. So we're going to get right into it. So the first book is going to be Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Okay, this is my copy of the book. I have over 15 million copies sold worldwide. So, okay, 15 million people have potentially read this book, then that means that there's some value in here. And I want to just give you a brief synopsis of what Think and Grow Rich is about. So, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is a timeless classic, all right, that outlines 13 principles for personal and financial success based on the author's extensive study of successful individuals. So, this author did a lot of research on successful people and basically found the patterns or the commonalities to give up kind of like this success recipe formula. The book emphasizes the power of thoughts and beliefs in shaping one's reality. So all my woo-woo girls, this is definitely going to be one for you. And advocating for goal setting, persistence, and positive thinking as key elements for achieving wealth. Now, positive thinking, I feel, is so important because most people who I've met that are successful, not saying that, they're dusty people can't have wealth because there are some wealthy, dusty people. But for the most part, the ones that I associate with have positive mindsets. Okay, positive mindsets, positivity. All right. So, what female readers or women who would be interested in this book can use from Hill's principles, I would say, is to cultivate a success oriented mindset, develop clear financial goals, and harness the power of your subconscious mind to overcome obstacles and realize their dreams. So that's what I really like about this book is that it really goes into, I feel like, to be honest with you, Think and Grow Rich is like a manifestation book wrapped up in financial success. I like that it touches on money and wealth, but it's not necessarily too technical for the girlies who don't like a technical read. This will be for you as well. And it goes to like the major attributes of leadership. It goes through faith, desire, all these key elements, the power of mastering your mind. And I think that that is the most important part of really becoming successful. And the challenge is really mostly within yourself. The challenge to your success, while it may seem external, like these external things that happen to us, it's really refining your mind, your thinking to combat not only the external forces, but maybe the even internal forces that you may be facing. So, like that negative self talk, your fears, your doubts. This book will help you get through it. Now, the next book I think is quite interesting read. I actually met this author a year ago at Future Proof Festival. The next book is The Psychology of Money. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel, right? And The Psychology of Money, the reason why I like this book is that it delves into the complex relationship people have with money. So it emphasizes the financial success is more about behavior than knowledge, which I believe is true. Which I believe is true. Financial success is more about behavior than knowledge. Like, you do not need to be a PhD to be financially successful. I have quite a few incompetent people. Okay? That's because they were doing the behavior. And I also recommend this book as well because I think it will, as I was reading it, it goes into the emotions, the behaviors, the thinking that you may have and how that might affect your money. And just like Think and Grow Rich, that mindset is important, right? So in this book, there's a collection of insightful essays that explores the emotional and psychological factors that drive financial decisions, such as risk, greed, and happiness. And I think much of our financial issues that we face as a society is because we're not addressing the emotional and psychological hangups or issues we have around money. Because most of us know what we're supposed to do or what would be good money principles. The issue is implementing it. So this book helps to highlight what we may be facing with that. This book also can help women readers by gaining a deeper understanding of your own financial behaviors. Like, a lot of us like to shop, and I'm not saying I like to shop too, girl. I like to shop. But, there's a difference between I like conscious spending, and that's what I practice now. It goes into learning to make more rational and informed decisions and ultimately fostering like a healthier and more productive mindset towards money management and building wealth. So I like this book. It is available for you to purchase. I need to get some links, but this I think is also a great read. It's not too technical. It's an easy read. The stories are nice to read. It's very easy to digest. Some books you can like read in like 2 seconds and it's not a bother, it's not a blur, it's not too technical. Finance books, wealth books sometimes can have the stigma of being dry. Those two books are not dry in the least. Now, my next book is going to be a more practical book, but I liked it because it was really like a financial plan in a book, right? And the author does a great job of explaining how to set things up financially in a way that makes sense, that is easy to follow, that is not a strain. So I like that about the book. I think I read this book first, I think like 2016, 2017, that time frame. So I've had this book for quite a while, and I actually recommend this book for people who are willing to implement financial strategy in a way that makes sense. And this book is called I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi or Seth. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. He also has a YouTube channel that I love that he goes into finances with couples and all of those things. Even though this book was written a while ago, there are still some principles that are going to apply to today that very much reign true. It's a New York Times bestseller. So here's some more information about the book. I Will Teach You to Be Rich is a practical, no nonsense guide to personal finance. Okay, so if you were looking for fluff, this is not it, but I like books that don't have fluff. So it covers like topics such as budgeting, saving, investing, and managing your credit. And the author's approach is straightforward and actual. So if you're ready to implement, this is a nice book as well. So the focus also in this book that I like is automating finances to achieve long-term wealth. That is something that I discuss extensively. And in my own course, The Goddess Guide to Money, that is available on my website at wewealthwomen.com. I also emphasize the importance of automation when it comes to your money, especially since we live such busy lives And a lot of us do not have the time to focus. So automating your savings, automating your expenses. He talks about this in this book. I also discuss this as well in that course. But what I also like and what we can take away as women is that you will find valuable strategies for taking control of your financial future, how to eliminate debt and build wealth in a sustainable, stress free manner, empowering you to live a rich and fulfilling life. I'm all about sustainable and I'm all about stress free. Anybody that's trying to sell you on this convoluted method to wealth is selling snake oil. This is a great book for anyone who's interested in leveling up financially. Now, my next two books my next two books are more so mindset because much of wealth, like the other books go into, Think and Grow Rich, I'll Teach You to Be Rich, The Psychology of Money, is about mindset and behavior, right? And this book I love so much. I read it in like 3-4 days. How I even got into it, someone posted it on their Instagram and they were just posting pieces, synopsis of this, pieces of it. I was like, I need this book in my life. Didn't even wait, went to Barnes and Noble, bought the book, read it in like 3-4 days, just soaked up the knowledge. Instantly, if you want a practical way to work on your mindset, right? Because people talk about mindset. But the how to, if your mindset is dusty, if your mindset is dusty, how to actually, fix that is to get this book, The Magic of Thinking Big. This book, life changing book. If you get nothing else, even though I want you to get the money books, right? Or sign up for my course, this is a book you need to read today. All right. So The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Okay, 6 million copies sold, people, 6 million. This is an inspirational guide that encourages readers to elevate your thinking, right? And to embrace a mindset of abundance and possibility. Even to this day, I was like, I need to reread this book. Like, this is a book that you can come back to continuously as a reminder, right? Schwartz offers practical advice on building confidence, goals, overcoming fear, overcoming doubts. As women, for female readers, it can provide powerful motivation to think bigger, to believe in your potential, and to take decisive action toward achieving your personal and financial aspirations, thereby unlocking your full potential and creating a successful and prosperous life, which is the whole point of Wewealth Women. So the magic of thinking big, listen, when I told you I marked up, highlighted, which I love to do because then if you ever need like the juice, I like to highlight in my books because I can just read the highlights, get the juice, the points that were important to me and to like refresh my mind, which I think I'm going to do with this book again. Highly, 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 highly recommend. Now, my last book is a little controversial because people think, the dark methods of this book is morality. Listen, I'm not questioning anybody's morality. Okay. What's the information and what we need, right? What do we need to do? What do we need to implement? How do we need to think, right? And as especially since it's a woman's channel, I think we downplay our power. We don't lean into our power enough. We don't lean into our magic enough. We don't believe in ourselves enough, right? The confidence is kind of beat down, our self-assuredness by society and indoctrination. But that's a whole nother time. Today we're focusing on the book, and the book I think will help a lot of us get out of that rut, get out, lean into strategy, right? Great thinking and owning our power, even though it's not financially related, but it does touch on things that you need to in order to get your finances to the point they need to be, is the 48 laws of power, honey. 48 laws of power. I read this book. I've had this book for a long time. I think I've had this book since 2015. So 9 years. I've bought this book for people. I've introduced this book to people. It's very controversial because people have a lot of critique from Robert Greene about this book, saying that it's teaching people how to be manipulative. People by nature are manipulative, but also that's another episode. But what I want you to get from the book is this, right? With the 48 Laws of Power, it's a compelling exploration about the dynamics of power. And it offers a comprehensive guide to understanding and navigating the intricacies of influence and control in various aspects of life. Each of the 48 laws is illustrated with historical examples, providing practical strategies for gaining, maintaining, and protecting power. For female readers, this book can be a powerful tool to enhance their leadership skills, boost your confidence, and develop strategic thinking necessary for achieving success in personal and professional arenas. Listen, a lot of us are not where we need to be because we're not thinking right. We're not thinking right. We're not thinking in the ways that we need to think. We're suppressing our power. We're allowing people to get over on us. We're not asking for the raises that we deserve. We're not asking for we're going after the positions that we want, creating the businesses that are going to change our life. We are being a passenger or understudy to the main character of our life, and we need to change that, right? That is something I also discuss in the Goddess Guide to Money, which is my course that helps you to build your financial confidence and to create the wealth that you deserve. I talk about salary negotiation in there. I talk about starting businesses, investment, retirement. It's a very comprehensive introductory course to I lay out a action plan because I am all about action and women who are about action that you can implement to change your financial life and wealth today, right? This book will also help sharpen your mind, help you to develop strategic thinking, give you historical examples of what people have done before and how they have implemented the law and how their failure to implement the law as well has caused them issues. So highly, 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 highly recommend. Highly recommend. All right. So these are my favorite books. All right. On money and mindset, we have 48 laws. I will teach you how to be rich, the psychology of money, the magic of thinking big, and think and grow rich. You need to buy all these books today. You need to buy all these books today, right? All of them today, especially the magic of thinking big. If you can only start with that one first. Start with that one first, and it will get you to where you need to be. All right. If you are listening to this podcast, thank you so much for showing up. If you're watching, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Also, I'm available on major podcast platforms: Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Audible, and Amazon. Okay. So your girl is all over. This is my best books on money and mindset. Okay, to change your mindset, to level up your mindset and your money. These are books that I stand on. I'm a big fan of. I've had some of them for a long time. And if nothing else, if you just read these books alone, your life will be changed. All right. I don't believe in promoting fluff. I don't believe in promoting things that are not going to give you any impact in your life. That is just not how I go about things. All right. If you need me for any services, courses, or things like that, I have that available on my website, wewealthwomen.com. And also be sure to sign up for our newsletter, the Wealth Notes, at go.wewealthwomen.com. I love our newsletter. That way you'll not only get the latest and greatest updates that I'm doing and the community is doing, you'll also get information about wealth, money, womanhood, wisdom on a weekly basis, and you will get not miss out on important things that we are doing over there. I love you, ladies. Thank you so much for listening, and until the next time.